The king of cool step.
Fabio Radio 1.
King of cool step.
Fabio Radio 1.
The king of cool step.
Fabio Radio 1.
Many thanks, as I always do, always will do. Giving out a big shout to the mighty Tim Westwood. Remember, catch him again later, the hottest in hip-hop. Some wicked tracks around at the moment. And the man responsible for the whole hip-hop thing in this country. The whole thing's down to that one man, the mighty Tim Westwood. Each and every Friday and Saturday night. It's Fabio coming live and direct from the source, Radio 1. And you know what I've done? I'll tell you what. The other day I was playing around with some tunes and I've left. I thought my box felt a bit light. I left loads of tunes upstairs in my little studio. I just can't believe it. But it's okay because some reinforcements are being wheeled down here as we speak. And the box is full of hot tunes, so no problemo. Kicking off with the sound of Primary Motive. A track called Raw Deal. Love that tune. Little summer flavour. Going to be telling you about loads of things tonight. We've got the emails running. We've got the Knowledge, 6 of the best. Also, we're going to be telling you about the Knowledge Awards. We've got the top 5 rollers, so it's power-packed. We were meant to have Spirit and Digital, and he said Spigital, but it was meant to have Spirit and Digital, and we're just going to put that on the back seat for a little while and probably do that in April, but there's some hot interviews coming up. Anything that's hot in drum and bass will be happening right here on the show. We've got Dillinja coming up soon. We've got the Hospital Crew. They've got a hot album. The album is going to be so fat. Hopefully we're going to have Adam F in the studio. We're going to have Calibre down in the studio. Bad Company. And if you listen to the Rider Show, Optical alongside Ed Rush. Optical getting a little bit better now after his affliction. Getting funky. We're going to get funky tonight, baby. We're going to get funky. Totally unrehearsed, unplanned, spontaneous, live, direct. Calibre. Track entitled Think Again. It's Fabio, it's Radio 1. Pump the set up, it's Friday night.
The king of cool step.
Fabio, Radio 1.
king of cool step.
Fabio Radio 1.
From the forthcoming album. And I tell you what, there's going to be some hot albums this year. The Hospital album coming out, that's got tracks from Carlito and Addiction, Calibre, some new school, and it is fat. That's coming out in March, April time. A couple of tracks coming out from that later. We've got the Adam F album coming up, which is featuring LL Cool J, Method Man, Redman, the whole of the finest hip-hop artists. Adam's being slated as being the hottest producer in the States at the moment. That is how hot he is. He's hot out there. And his album's coming out. Hopefully it's got a drum and bass track on it. You never know. Might surprise us all. Dillinja's album, of course, we've been talking about that for a year and a half. That's coming out in April. I think it's been moved back a bit now, as it does. The Calibre album is hasn't even finished being compiled yet. I've been such a lazy so-and-so is the best word. I've really got to get the album together, but the album should be together around April, May time. And I tell you what, man, I'm going to play some new stuff that he sent me over last week, and it is just so out of this world. That's coming up a bit later. We're going to be talking football a bit later. Seeing as Tottenham's deemed to be deemed for mid-table mediocrity, you know, there's not a lot to say. I mean, we're not doing bad, but we're not doing good. And we've got rid of Alan Sugar now, so everyone can stop the moaning. The next one's going to be get rid of George Graham, which is come on, man, he's playing football, you know. Football's moved on. 2001, he's still playing 80s football. We'll be talking a little bit of football later. Playing the best, hottest tunes around. We've got your emails coming up as well. We're going to be telling you about what's going on as I unveil the spring collection tonight. The sound of digital. We are going to have him and Spirit on the show when they get their Phantom Audio album together. So we're going to wait till that. But here's some rubber dub business. Top 5 rollers coming up in about 20 minutes' time. And who am I going to be slagging off tonight? I have been naughty recently. I've slagged off Richard Blackwood and Craig David. Don't get me wrong, two talents, but you know, let's not go there anyway. Here we go, The Red Mist, digital. It's Fabio and Radio 1. This is how we do Friday Night Live. Live and direct. Check this out. Breakbeat business. My package has arrived. Well, my package actually arrived 30 odd years ago, but that's another story. Very weak joke. So bad I should really be on Badil and Skinner unplanned, but anyway, a lot of in-jokes tonight, so you've got to be quick to catch me tonight. I'm a bit fast tonight. A bit like Frank Bruno on a good day. But that's the sound of digital. Would you want Frank Bruno to represent you? I don't know if you know, he's gone into... he's going to be an MP. And his slogan is, "Don't be a plank, vote Frank." Now, if there isn't no kind of deep irony in that, well, you never know. Frank for Prime Minister. But as I said before, we've got the top 5 rollers tonight. Also got to tell you about the Knowledge Drum and Bass Awards, the premier Drum and Bass Awards, really. Well, the only one, which will be taking place on the 22nd of February at the Hammersmith Palais. And the whole ceremony will be presented by Goldie, which will be great, with live PAs from DJ Craze, Kashin and Pressurize. The after party features a set from Goldie, Andy C and DJ Craze. DJ Craze, if you didn't know, is the DMC champion. Absolutely unbelievable on deck scratching and doing stuff like that. And entrance to both the ceremony and the after party is £7. I think that's pretty good. But anyway, we're going to read out some of the categories here. We've got Best International DJ, where you've got DJ Craze from the States, Diesel Boy from the States and DJ Marky from Brazil. Best Producers, you've got Bad Company, Ed, Russian Optical and Dillinja. That one's going to be tight. That's very touch and go, that one. Best International Producer, Diesel Boy, TB and Pachif. Best Live Act, Represent, Kashin and Breakbeat Era. Best MC, Skibbity, GQ and Dynamite. Best Label, Ram, Virus and Renegade Hardware. Best International Label, Vinyl Syndicate from Canada, Position Chrome from Germany and Higher Education from the US. Best Single, this one's interesting, Hide You from Kashin. Oh, sorry, nearly fell over there. Ram Trilogy, Titan and What's My Code by Total Science. Ooh, you're going to have to hedge your bets on that one. That's going to be difficult. Also, the Bad Company, Represent and Ed Rush and Optical up for Best Album. Best Small Venue Promoter, under 1,000 capacity, will be Metalheads, Movement and Swerve. Oh yeah, that's all good. Best Large Venue will be Fabric, Movement at Mass and One Nation. Best Venue, Fabric, Q Club and The End. Well, come on, let's not be silly about that. We know who's going to win that. And... oh, God, I've been talking about away from the... I was thinking, how comes I sound so quiet? I'm not even speaking into the mic at the moment. Get yourself together, Fabs. Best Newcomer, Calibre, who's had one track out, Cause for Concern and Kashin. And Best DJ will be Andy C, Hype, and myself. And do you know, this is the God honest truth, and this is not on any level a kind of me kind of saying, why didn't it happen before? But do you know, I've never ever been nominated as the best DJ ever in any award ceremony anywhere in the world. So, you know, it's about bloody time. Do you know what? I tell you what, if I do win this, which I don't really care if I win it or not, to be honest, but if I do, I'm going to go up there, say some expletives and say, it's about time to. It's about bloody time to. I'll tell you, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say bloody either. But anyway, that's the Knowledge Awards. That is going to be on the 22nd of Feb. On a Thursday night. That should be good. That should be good stuff. Presented by Goldie, the DJ Craze, Kashin and Pressurize live. And respect to Knowledge for, no, they had a few problems with venues and stuff, but respect to them for keeping it real. Here's a lovely tune, Blue Sonix. And I think this tune's going to hit big for them. Got Me in Its Spell. It's Fabio, Baby.
The king of cool step.
Fabio, Radio 1.
A feeling that I know so well. And it's
Wicked tune. Wicked tune. Really, really feeling that one. Really takes me back to the old days of Fun City on a Friday night at Busby's. Also Fun City at Shaftesbury's on a Friday night. Remember that one? Also Barrington Road, Mendoza's, Crowland Road. Please. Oh dear. Kenny will remember Crowland Road. That was a little spot. Telepathy. Linford Studios. Those are the days we used to DJ with Carl Cox and Dave Angel, all the South London boys in the house. I got to say a big shout to some of the old school. Frankie Valentine, Trevor Fun, Colin Hudd. Whew. Colin Hudd. He was the original marquee, cutting and scratching. Wicked. Johnny Walker. Lisa Loud. A lot of these names are still going. I'm not talking about dead people here. Coxie. Dave Angel. Respect to the mighty Dave Angel. I'm going to be seeing you in Rio, baby. Colin Dale. My good friend Colin Dale, who kind of taught me everything I knew about DJing. Taught me how to mix, taught me the whole thing. About structuring music and playing tunes at the right time. It's down to that man, the mighty, mighty Colin Dale. Evil Eddie Richards, oh yeah. He was a killer, I tell you what. That guy used to play some wicked sets, man. Colin Favor, Mr. C, Kid Bachelor, The Shot Crew. Names that might not be familiar to you, but these are legendary, historical names of some great DJs past and present. DJs that I learned a hell of a lot from. I'm going to see how much times my mouth's going to be slipping all over the place tonight. So it's twice already, and you know. And by the way, I was telling you the last time I was on about the gym, about going to the gym. I haven't been once. It just hasn't happened. I don't know what's happened in the last 2 weeks, but I haven't been at all. Oh, the last 2 weeks have gone so quick, it's been a nightmare. Time to get deep, dirty. Track called Elementary. We're going on the CD track for a little while now. We have got some sick Calibre tunes coming up in the second half of the tune. Second half of the show. Third mistake. They're sick. Right. Time to cut the chat. 2 in a row. Then straight after that, we're going to have the top 5 rollers. Big shout to my assistant producer, Andy, in the house. West Ham fan, that's why he's got to stay over the other side of the desk from me. Send this one out to the Dream Team. Big shout to Mikey, Timmy, and Spoonie. It's Fabio, Radio 1, baby, Radio 1.
king of cool step.
Fabio, Radio 1.
The king of cool step.
Fabio, Radio 1. Fabio on 97 to 99 FM, Radio 1.
How good is that tune? A remix coming out of Reinforced. Big shout to the Reinforced crew, Ian, Digo, Mark, all the rest of the guys representing at Gus as well. Can't forget Gus. One of the longest standing drum and bass labels. Respect to them. They're coming back hot for the 2001. Marcus Intalex alongside Scent Files. Don't ever forget Scent Files because he's got a hell of a lot to do with what's going on down there. But big shout to Marcus and Scent Files. I know they're doing their remix of Robert Owens' track. That Robert Owens done with London Electricity and being so vague at the moment. It's kind of like I'm starting to talk and falling asleep by the end of the sentence. So I'm starting to fall lively and ending up like that. But they're doing a remix of a track that called Dreams, a wicked track. I might actually play it before the end of the show. That Robert Owens done with London Electricity, and so they're doing the remix of that, and I can't wait for that. That's going to be wicked. Watch out for Love and Happiness, which is finally getting released on 31 Records. Big shout to Scotty, Lee, all the rest of the guys down there. Time to switch it. Time to switch it. Fourth mistake. We have got the top 5 rollers. Top 5 rollers this week, compiled by UK specialist shops, which is a bit vague. I used to like reading out Black Market, Boogie Times and all that, but it's not happening no more. But what's going on with that then, Andy?
He'll be back.
All right, cool. That's my producer, Andy, by the way. You never hear him talk, but he's always there doing his thing, sorting out my emails and stuff. He's a good man. We've got... And we haven't got the new entries and stuff. Come on, you lot. We've got one new entry, one gain up, one non-mover, 2 gain up, 1 non-mover. Oh, let's just get on with it.
The soundtrack to the weekend. Fabio Grooverider, exclusively on Radio 1.
Number 5.
Great to see this in here. A lot of the tracks actually on the chart were previewed on this show first. Carlito alongside Addiction. It's the Supergrass. On Defunked Records, new entry at number 5. Killer track. Another track that I previewed on the show about 3-4 months ago. Excellent track. Changes, Danny Byrd. Watch out for a special Fabio VIP mixer. Should I stay, should I go?
Radio 1.
Not the mix I would have chose myself, but you know. That's up 1. And Hospital Records a real talent. Actually a frightening talent. He's going to be hitting big this year. The mighty Danny Byrd. The next show I will have that VIP mixer. Should I stay, should I go? Non-mover. Number 3, J Majik, the Lizard on Infrared. Jay, where are you, sir? Haven't seen you for a little while. I know you've got a little vocal thing that I'm searching for at the moment, so get in touch with me and sort it out, please, sir. J Majik, the Lizard on Infrared, non-mover at number 3.
Number 2.
Number 2, Dillinja, as it's got here. Dillinja and Cybotron. From the, present Cybotron. On Valve, down 1, the mighty Dillinja. From the forthcoming album. This is a hot track. Still blowing up the spot. Big tune. Right, number 5, we had Carlito and Addiction, Supergrass on Defunked. 4, we had Danny Byrd with Changes on Hospital, up 1. Non-mover at number 3, Majik, The Lizard on Infrared. Down 1 to 2, Dillinja presents Cybotron. Valve, remember the album coming soon. Oh, let me stop saying that, that's getting boring. Number 1, an album that is the biggest selling album in the independent chart. And that goes across the board. Album that sold ridiculous amounts of units in a short space of time. Ed Rush, Optical, The Creeps, Virus. This is a track called Pac-Man. This is up 1. Big shout, big respect to Ed Rush and Optical. Still doing it, big dogs. The Mighty 5 riders for this week, compiled by UK specialist record shops. We're going to get proper listings on that soon, don't worry about it. So I know that bothers a lot of people. Creeps, excellent album by Optical and Ed Rush, and a track entitled Pac-Man. Big shout to Ed and Optical, and I heard Optical's getting a little bit better, which is great. Now, I'm going to read out some emails. This is the email spot, because I'm going to get this out of the way for now. Right, Fabio, I'm going to be in and around South America all year. I was wondering if you and Groove will be playing over there at any time, and if you can recommend any good places to go out and catch some drum and bass. It depends where in South America you are. South America is a big place, so I can't help you there. If you're in the Brazil region, you know, we pop over there from time to time, so you can always catch an English DJ in Brazil anyway, Ray Keith, Kenny, and it's, you know, someone will be playing in somewhere in Sao Paulo or Rio, so that's that one sorted. Venezuela and Argentina, that's all on the cusp. Nothing's been sorted out yet, so I don't think they kind of get surprised when they start hearing about certain things like hotels and flights. Like they expect you to walk there and stuff, something like that. Do you know what I mean? But Venezuela, there's a possibility. Argentina, slight possibility. They've been a bit kind of mingy with the money. Right, love the show. Have you got Renegade Terrorist or the Way 2K JB mix? Keep it real, DJ Robbie K. No, I haven't. That's a kind of plain answer to that one. Not tonight, sir. Fabio, don't let me. This is strange. This is bizarre. I always get a couple of bizarre ones. This is a bizarre one. Do not let me down tonight. What? Like I've made him some promise or something. Do I know you, sir? I do not want to be forced to put up with shite from you tonight. Andy. I'm really, can you just put these emails to one side, please? Thanks, I'm travelling all night tonight in my four-wheel Honda Drive, okay, so I'll be expecting something from you that's a bit special. Oh, well, listen, mate, I'm sorry if I'm disappointing you. You know, there is a kind of knob on the radio that kind of, it's got this thing on it that's got on and off. So if you turn it to the off position, you can, you'll probably be better off, because I don't know you, and I'm not doing nothing specially for you at all. And if you like the show, you like the show. If you don't like it, hard cheese, mate, hard cheese. Fabio, I know this is a bit late, but I've seen you play in Newcastle a couple of weeks ago, and that was a killer session. Even though I was really ill, I managed to get myself along. Just wondered if you had any ideas when that Love and Happiness tune by Marcus Intalex Sent Files is due for release. Well, it's on TP now, and so it'll probably get released in about within the next 3 years or so. No, probably in the next 2 months. So look out for that. That's on 31 Records. Great tune. Keep up the good work on the show. Nice one. Cheers from Nick. My girlfriend cost me too much money. Well, you shouldn't pay for it, mate. That's what I say. You know, tell her to kind of give you some kind of discount. First of all, wicked show on the 5th. Could you please tell me that TB and Aaliyah Make It Hot track is coming out, because it's bad. It's never coming out because it's a naughty one. If you don't know what I mean by naughty, it's a little bit of a bootleg kind of thing. Thingy bob. P.S. How about putting a full track listing of the shows on the website rather than just the top 5? Oh, do we do a full track listing? We do a full track listing, so that top 5 thing, I don't quite know where you get that from. But JB, you can get it on Fabio at bbc.co.uk. You can get the full track listing of the show on the website, so that's you sorted. Big up, great Fabio. My name's Doctor. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I'm a bit D&B aficionado since the early 90s, as I've listened to from Mr. Kirk's Nightmare, then I turned to Ragga Jungle, Original, Nutter, etc. Then all kinds of D&B. I follow you and the Rider since Rage Times. I'm what's that? Luckin'. Oh no, right. I'm anxious to listen to your Liquid Funk once again. In fact, I always listen to your radio show at Radio 1 on every Friday, but the last time I really was at a venue to enjoy your dub plate tunes was at Heaven as a Chemistry tribute when you ended up playing P-Funk Era and the crowd whistled along. Remember that? I'll be there. See ya, Eduardo, a.k.a. The Doctor. Right. That's cool. Eduardo, I'm going to see ya, and we're going to be reminiscing about the old days, about the Rage days. I'm going to be playing some hot tunes for you at the Rock in Rio. You all right, mate? Could you possibly tell me when you're playing on Friday, where you're playing on Friday, and are you playing at the Gatecrasher Summer Sound System at Homelands? I think I am. I think I'm playing at that one. I'm not too sure. I don't want to put my eggs in one basket, but I've heard a little shout, and the rumour is that I'm playing. And last but not least, your show with Grooverider is wicked. You should try and get more than one show a week. Well, listen, you know what? It's got like a semi-petition things going on here, because a lot of people are asking about that. And we're going to try. We keep on getting turned down, where we've gone to the big dog and saying, big dog, can we have another show? And he's turning around and saying, no way, actually. So, no way, Jose. But, we're going to keep on pestering him until he gives us another show. If not, we're going to get dark on somebody, actually, and kick him off a time slot. It's the only time worth listening to the radio. Keep up the good work, and will you be doing another tour? Of course. The last tour was so fat. So we're going to be doing another tour at the end of the year, but we're going to be doing little bits and pieces around London where we're going to be doing some Radio 1 live stuff. Also, if you're upcoming artists, send some stuff in to Radio 1. Really want to hear some of this stuff, so send it in. You never know. There's always another Ronnie Size, another Digital, another Dillinja out there, so send your stuff in. That'll be good. Anyway, back to the beats. Check this out. I tell you what, from now to the end of the show, get ready to pump the set up, because I've got some of the hottest tunes around town.
We
One love, one aim, one passion. Music, Fabio Radio 1.
The king of cool step.
Fabio Radio 1.
Changing face and drum and bass. I said to people loads of times that drum and bass is on its way back. I'm actually tired of saying it. I'm not going to say it no more. That's going to be the last time. Because as I unveil my spring collection tonight, you are going to hear some serious tunes, especially in the second half of the show where I'm going to get so sensual, it's unbelievable. So if you're with your girlfriend and you think drum and bass is too fast to kind of get down with your girl and you know what I'm saying, you're feeling me on that, I'm going to prove that theory totally wrong. We're going to get sexy. We're going to get real sexy. We're going to get Rio style. Copacabana, that kind of vibe. I can't believe this. Do not let me down tonight. What, are you my girl or something? Bizarre email. I don't want to be forced to put up with your shite tonight. I think this is my girlfriend. Thanks, I'm travelling all night tonight in my four-wheel drive Honda, okay? So I'll be expecting something a bit special from you. Okay, sir. Well, it's all for you. This is all for you. Excellent track, a track entitled Travel in Silence. Right, I'm going to keep you up to date with this because it's very important, the Knowledge Drum and Bass Awards. As I said before, it's on the 22nd of February at the Hammersmith Palais. We're probably going to be giving away tickets for that closer to the date. It's going to be presented by Goldie with PAs from DJ Craze, which is, I'll tell you something, everyone who's been to see this guy says, listen, he is absolutely unbelievable. Things this guy can do on the decks is totally revolutionary. So come down there and see it. He plays drum and bass as well, as long as hip-hop, as well as hip-hop and other stuff. So it's great that he's representing on our scene and taking part. So if you want to check that out, DJ Crazy is down there. Coshin Live, which is always good stuff. I think they're number one in Belgium and Holland in the national charts. They're flying around in helicopters there. And I said to Mark the other day, do you know what? Not being funny, Mark, but I kind of played Kashin first. You know, any chance of a helicopter ride? He said no. So, nice guy. And Pressurize, they're going to be down there as well. No, that was a joke, actually. And the after party was set from Goldie, Andy C, and DJ Cray. So that's going to be hot. Best DJ, best international DJs, all the categories. But bizarrely enough, there is no best radio DJ. Now, I wonder why that is. Is that because they think certain people have got the market covered and there's no point even doing it? But, I think you should. I think all award ceremonies have best DJs, and, you know, there was a possibility that I could walk home with an award, but, I don't know. But do check that out. That's going to be hot. Check this out. I'm going to be reading the categories little by little all the way through the show. Because they're so long, it kind of gets a little bit tedious. This time of the night, you've got to be very careful. People fall asleep pretty easily. This track's lovely. Track entitled Crazy. Check this out. The changing face of drum and bass here as I unveil the spring collection, Liquid Funk style.
Fabio on 97 to 99 FM Radio 1.
Liquid Funkin'. Remember, if you do want to find out any details about any of the tracks we play, it's all track listed down at FabioBBC.co.uk. And you can get a full track listing of all the tracks we play. Sometimes I don't really like saying certain things on the radio. If you feel me on that, I hope you're feeling that. And then Napster. What is going on with Napster? That's joke business. You know that, I'm not even going to go there because I might kind of incite people to listen to it. Oh, track listings, actually, it's at www.bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. That's if you want to get the track listings. Sometimes I don't like blearing out the names of tracks on the show. For kind of obvious reasons. That's mistake 8. Lovely track. A track entitled Crazy. As we get deep, we get dirty, we get down. Me and my producer were just talking, and it's funny because what you talk about when the mics are shut down is probably more interesting than we talk about on air. But we was actually talking about Bill Riley. What's happened to Bill Riley? Made some great tunes, lovely kind of bouncy, really funky but hard jazz tunes, and he made a couple of tunes and kind of disappeared. Real talent, and no used to work for the Full Cycle Click, came down to London, but I haven't heard anything about Bill Riley for a little while. So this week is Desperately Seeking Bill. We are all desperately seeking Riley. We're seeking Bill Riley. We don't know where he's gone. Want to know if he's still DJing or is he a courier driving a bike around London or something like that, which happens because a good friend of mine who was DJing, I was walking down the road the other day buying a newspaper and I heard, oi, look round, he was driving a bus. I was like, what? I said, well, you had a very, very kind of, well, there's nothing wrong being a bus driver, don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing that at all, but you know, things don't work out for people sometimes, and it didn't really work out for him. He was driving a bus, and he seemed pretty happy. But, you know, I'm just saying that, you know, not generalising, but I'm just saying, wonder where Bill is. He could be driving a bus for all we know. So, Bill, get in touch with us. Or if anyone knows where he is, we're desperately seeking Riley. I like to get slightly surreal sometimes on the show. Love this tune as well. Actually, this tune, would have liked this tune for Creative Source. Listen to this. This is bad. Sending this one out, mistake 9. Sending this one out to the mighty Grooverider. Also Chazelle and Michelle. It's all good. Also sending this one out to Wilbur, all the Radio 1 staff and crew. Big shout to my boy Calibre. Pieces coming up from him very soon. Also big shout to Gerard from Bristol, the drive-by crew. Shouts going out to Moose, also H, also Frosty, Brian G, Duffus, Big Duffus. Shouts going out to the Mickey Finn, the Groove Connection crew. Track entitled Let It Go.
To 99 FM Radio 1.
I've got to offer sincerest apologies to everyone who was going to attend Swerve, and it wasn't on. The club's been totally refurbished, and they didn't get it done in time, which is that's a surprise, isn't it? Kel Supreme. Or Monge 2, as they say. Let it go. So Swerve will be on next week. I'm not going to be there. So next week, Total Science and Addiction will be at the helm at the opening. I'm gutted, actually. I'm actually gutted. I might even try to fly back for Brazil for that one, but you know, I don't know. You know, it's one of them ones you got to think about. But it will be on next week. If it's not, heads will roll, trust me. Big shout to all the staff, Billy and all the crew down there at the Velvet Rooms. And as I said, I'm unveiling my spring collection. Like all the spring stuff and summer stuff's coming out now. That's what I'm doing. The spring collection, the liquid funk style. So as I said before, sincerest apologies to everyone who attended Swerve and it wasn't on. I'm really sorry about that. Builders, what can you say? Yeah, what's next? Oh right, this tune, bad tune. If you like Jill Scott, here's a little bit of a naughty one, but check this out.
Slowly, surely, slowly, surely, slowly, surely, slowly.
The drum and bass revival. As I said, gonna blow your mind in the next 45 minutes. Got some of the hottest tunes going. Send this one out to Rodney, also Osh, also Raf, Cliff, Wayne. Not forgetting Top Boy and Sarah. Big shouts to Karina Shy. Big shout to Michael in lockdown. This is how we do, baby. This is how we do. Fabio, 98.8 on the dial. Radio 1, best station in the world.
Cool Step.
Fabio, Radio 1.
The king of 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 Cool Step.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Send that one out to everyone who attended the Lux Club in Portugal, in Lisbon. Beautiful city, absolutely wonderful city. It's got one area that's a little bit dodgy. The area which is he's talking about ghetto. Whew. But the Lux Club, big shout to everyone down there at the Lux Club. Rui, Nuno. Wicked club. I'll tell you something, I would say that club is one of the best in Europe. It's got 3 floors, beautiful, like pastel colours and stuff like that. And then you go upstairs to the bar, huge bar. The bar's can hold about 700-800 people. And you look outside the window and you just see the sea. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Anyways, there on Thursday night. Absolutely bucketing down with rain, and wasn't looking good. I got in there at about 1:30. There was about 10 people in there, and I thought, oh God. All the way to Portugal on Thursday night, beginning of January. It's absolutely bucketing down, floods everywhere and everything, and it really, things aren't looking good at the moment. But then, one of them things, you know, I'm playing for about 10-15 minutes, looked up, the place was absolutely packed, everyone was having it, played for about 3 hours. Excellent night. Everyone really got into the liquid funk. So a big shout to everyone down there in the Lisbon area, everyone who attended that. That was a really good gig. And it was excellent to start off the year. Started off the year on a good foot. Started off the year on the good foot.
Do you love me?
And another club that's very similar to that, the Sono in Barcelona. Ooh. Wicked stuff. So Nuno, if you're listening, you know what? You're going to have me back there playing a little exclusive funk set as well. Because I know they get King Brit over there, Harvey, all the crew. Excellent night. Superb stuff. They put me in a wicked hotel as well. Tidy little hotel. Check this out. Science fiction, tell me. Going to be telling you more about the Knowledge Awards coming up soon. Remember, if you want to email fabio@bbc.co.uk. Send this one out to all the crew down there in Australia, New Zealand. I've never hit either of those countries, but I'm coming. I am coming. Well, coming to Australia and New Zealand. Don't get the wrong idea at this time in the morning. Check this out. Send this one out to Czech. The Warrior. Another 25-30 minutes left. This is how we do 97 to 99 on the dial. Science Fiction. A track entitled Tell Me. The bass lines are getting round again. It's that time. It is that time. Drum and bass jungle. We're ready. We ready. I tell you what, I was last Sunday I was reading the News of the World. It's bizarre. The News of the World is an excellent paper because it's like a comic. Things you read in that paper is just bizarre. Anyway, there's a young lady on there who slept with a footballer. I'm not going to mention any names. You know, it's not libelous, but I'm just not going to mention any names. Every week they've got a footballer in there who's playing away, as they say. Anyway, this girl's turned around and said, the thing is, you know, I slept with him, but I didn't know he was a footballer. Actually, I thought he looked like a drug dealer. Nice. So you decided to pounce on him then, did you? I didn't know he was a footballer. I thought he was a drug dealer. I thought he looked like a drug dealer. Nice. Nice bit of class there. Oh dear. 6 of the best coming up soon. I like that track, Tell Me. Very, quite strange, but very off-key. But I'm kind of feeling it. Remember, we was meant to have Digital and Spirit on the show tonight. It hasn't happened tonight. They're going to have the Phantom Audio album out in about April, so we're going to have them on at a later date. Didn't know he was a footballer. Oh, yeah, right. Anyway, we've got, once again, going to tell you about the Knowledge Drum and Bass Award taking place on the 22nd of Feb at the Hammersmith Palais, London. And I've already got a circular that a certain label has told everyone to vote for a certain person, which I think is a bit naughty, but they're sending it around. So, you know, people are really taking this as a real big deal, which I think is quite bizarre to stoop to that level. But the ceremony is going to be presented by Goldie and with live PAs from DJ Craze, Kashid and Pressurize. Best international DJ in that category, got DJ Craze from the USA, Diesel Boy from the States, also Marky from Brazil. The best producers, you've got Bad Company, Ed Rush and Optical and Dillinja. That is going to be tight. It's going to be very tight to see who's going to win that. Best international producer, TB, Pachif and Diesel Boy. Also, that one's going to be too close to call. Also, best live act, Represent Kasheen, Breakbeat Era. Best MC, Skibbity, GQ and Dynamite. That is going to be very hard to decide who's going to win that. And best label, Ram, Virus and Renegade Hardware. Right, we're going to go in a different style. We're going to change the pace. Here's a bit of vocal. And this, I tell you what, the first time you hear this tune, it sounds very, very kind of like Euro pop. But I've listened to it a few times and I thought, you know what, this little tune here is all right. I don't know if it's an original vocal, which I hope it is. But check this out, something a bit different. We're going left field. The Liquid Funk Sessions, Fabio, 97 to 99. We've got 6 of the best coming up soon, brace yourself. Send this one out to TB. Respect. The guy that speaks from Norway who speaks better English than any Englishman that I know.
I've been around but never found someone that compares to you, my friend. But how can I tell you that every time you cross my mind, I wish that I could be the one
Fabio Radio 1.
Of Future Prophecies, a track entitled If I Told Ya. Switching up the flavours tonight, switching up the flavours, breaking it down a bit. Like that, like the vocal on that. Hope it's an original vocal. It actually sounds like Jennifer Lopez. It sounds like Jennifer Lopez. I don't know. If that gets cleaned up a little bit, I'm gonna go for a little playlist shout on that. I definitely think that could be played on daytime radio, without a doubt. So I'm going to sort that out. A little bit of tweaking. Going to be having Chris Moyles and Deck. No, Deck. Is it Mark and Lard? Mark and Lard. And Deck, Mark and Lard. What's the difference? About 20 years, to be honest. But, yeah, very nice stuff. Very scattered details on that one, but that's a track entitled If I Told You, and that's coming from Over the Sea. Right, we're going back to the Knowledge Drum Bass Awards. We're going back to see what's going on. Best International Label, Vinyl Syndicate from Canada, Position Chrome from Germany, and Higher Education from the States. Best Single, Hide You by Kashin, Ram, Trilogy. I always say Trilogy. Very strange. Titan and Total Science, What's My Code. Best Album, Inside the Machine from Bad Company, Represent in the Mode, and Ed Russian Optical, The Creeps. Best Venue, Small Venue Club, under 1,000 capacity, Metalheads, Movement and Swerve. Boo! Best Large Venue Promoter. Best Fat Venue Promoter. Best Large Venue, right, over 1,000 capacity. Fabric Live, Movement at Mass, and One Nation. Best Venue, Fabric, Q Club and The End. And Best Newcomer, Calibre, Cause for Concern, and Kashin. That's the Knowledge Drum and Bass Awards. Right, I'm not going to talk too much over this track because I think this track is dangerous. Track entitled The Sax Tune. If you like your drum and bass full of dub, check this out. I told you, I'm coming with a spring collection tonight. I know that you don't really know too much of the tracks, but these are the tracks you're going to be hearing from me in the next few months. This is deep. All I can say to you is coming out on Creative Source. Bad boy business. Sending this one out to Sarah. Kisses, kisses, kisses.
Fabio, Radio 1.
The king of cool step.
Fabio, Radio 1.
King of cool step.
Future Funk, The Dial, 97 to 99 FM, Radio
1. Sending that one out to Fabiola. Also to the Calibre crew. Stas, Natalie, Zoe. Also Stella. And little Fabiola. That's for you, the sax track, Deep, that's dub. That's what I'm waiting. I haven't played that in England for the new year yet. I'm just waiting, man. I'm waiting. I am just setting for certain little things. Because I'm looking to blow up the spot this year. World domination. This is how we do. 97 to 99, it's Fabio. Remember, catch Team Westwood tomorrow, or later on tonight, between the hours of 9 and 12. Playing those flavours. And if you want to email myself or the Grooverider, Fabio or Grooverider at bbc.co.uk. Wicked tune. Ryder, that's yours, because I know that's your kind of beat. That is definitely you. Speaking of Bill Riley, that's actually very similar to Bill Riley. Remember, the Calibre album getting released in around May, Music Concrete. That's the name of the album. And there's a story behind that, but I'm not going to say it now. But the album's going to be called Music Concrete. And it's going to be naughty. Big shouts also going out to Addiction and Carlito. Remember Swerve, the opening night is this coming Wednesday. You've got Addiction, Total Science alongside Bailey also. Big shout to Bailey. We've got about 15 minutes left of the show. We still got 6 of the best to do. Oh, bother. I'm gonna try and fit that in soon. I got a Sky Digibox as well, and you know, no my luck, it wasn't bloody working. They put it in for a week. I was watching boxing one night and the picture just froze. I just thought, oh, you're joking. Then you got to pay for the films. You got to pay for the porno on my one as well, which is, you know, everyone else is like, yeah, we got free adult channel, TVX, Playboy channel, the whole lot. It's a £5. Oh, come on, please. If you're that way inclined, you might as well go out and buy a copy of Razzle. But anyway, so they're going to have to sort that out because I ordered the full package. So Sky, any people from Sky for listening, sort out my things. Anyway, paid to watch the Fight Club the other day and taped it, went to watch it, and there was nothing, just a blue light on the screen. How shabby is that? Listen, don't get me wrong, I didn't want to watch these porno channels. It was just that they were there and everyone's got them for nothing. You know, you get my drift, you feel me. Oh dear, it's about 13 minutes left of the show. Here we go, here's a track called The Ride. This is exclusive, world exclusive mix. You will not hear this anywhere else, baby. you know what? I might try and slip in 2 more. I don't know. I always laugh when I say that. It's because it reminds me of Carry On. It's the kind of thing you'll hear on Carry On Nurse, Matron. But I'll slip in 2 more quickly in the next 10 minutes. That's Carlito and Addiction, The Ride. That's the Fabio swervy kind of mix. Gonna try and play 2 more tunes. Here's a little thing called Ritmo. This is a little take on the whole Latin thing that's going on. This is bad. You know what? I'm going to do the 6 of the best really quickly. Got to get this really done. A Bassheads at the Matrix at London Street, Reading. Nicky Black Market, Ray Keefe, Skills, Illusion. Fabric Live, Fabric, Charterhouse Street, London EC1. True Players Night, Hype, Zing, Andy C, Randall, Swift, Brocky, MCGQ, Fats and Ray. Insight The Bomb, Nottingham. V Forever Baby, Jumping Jack Frost, Doc Scott, MC Justice. 31 Records meet Metalheads. Also DJ Eco on that one. Manga, Planet Peach. One of the best clubs in Britain. Queen Street, Glasgow. The 5th birthday party, Grooverider, DJ Kid and the General, the Jenga Heads. Total Eclipse, the Firkin Club. Pinnacles, Harlow, Essex. Every other Friday, resident DJs Tony B, Ricochet, Squidge, Sabotage, MC's Hierarchy, I like that name. Mad MC. On the 26th of Jan, Back to Basics, or Back to Back Recordings launch party with Nicky Black Market. Here's a little thing for Giles Peterson. Giles, I know this is you. You know what, Giles? It's you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, baby. Right, that's about it. That's about it for tonight. Track in the background called Ritmo. Many thanks to Andy, producer, assistant, extraordinaire. Thanks for sorting it out, mate. Thanks for all your emails. Remember Swerve this week, Total Science, Addiction Bailey. I will not be there. Also Grooverider next week, he's going to be in the hot seat. Playing the very best in drum and bass. So that's it. I'm going to go away for a little bit of a tan, a little bit of a brush up. Going to fix up, get the batteries totally recharged, come back and start kicking some ass. Remember the Knowledge Awards, the 22nd of Feb. You got Goldie, he's going to be the man on the mic that night. He's going to be presenting the whole thing. You got the whole thing wrapped up for that. That's going to be tight. The whole ceremony after party is going to be £7. It's going to be worth it. Respect and props to the Knowledge crew. And to all the people that don't win, come on, it's no big deal. It's not the end of the world. I've known 2 careers destroyed by people losing at certain award ceremonies, and they've never ever really recovered. So it's no big thing. It's not a suicidal kind of thing. I'm going to love and leave you with this lovely track. Enjoyed myself tonight. Really good. 8, 9 mistakes. Not bad. Not bad for me, actually. Been a total amateur at this game. Anyway, adios, Rider, with you next week.
Look to the sky, sing it like you mean it.